The advocacy group behind preserving a piece of state line history makes its first major case to officials with the Winnebago County Forest Preserve.
Members of the Save the Holt House Committee spoke to commissioners with the Forest Preserve. They presented specific costs for restoration of the Elijah Holt House and potential savings for the Forest Preserve and residents of the county through the use of state and federal historic preservation tax credits. At the very least, those advocating for the Holt home preservation hope today's presentation gives the Forest Preserve food for thought.
We want to partner with them to kind of see what can be done, because I think there's an awful lot of interest there, and I think from our investigation, the buildings are sound and they're worth preserving and protecting.